What amazes us is when we first arrive in here, everyone is embracing us.
As our priorities shifted, so did our plans. We could start a real life here.
I have more friends in Echuca than I've ever had in Melbourne in 10 years. I can say that for sure.
Echuca Moama is a really beautiful part of the world. It's got a lot to offer.
I don't think you really need to sell it that much, to be honest. Just bring them over for one day and they'll realise what a great place it is.
Echuca has been a very interesting journey. It was very different to what I thought it would be. When I thought of moving to Echuca, I said, oh, it's going to be a small town. It's going to be a town where nothing happens. And we'll try and see where I can fit in. Within a couple months, I realized it was not such a small town. It was amazing. The community is amazing. They've accepted us so well.
We had friends of ours who lived in the city with us and they relocated to Echuca. And we saw the life that they had built in a town that we had reserved in our mind as a fun holiday town. And we were like, this could be, why isn't this us? Let's wrap it up and let's get there. And honestly, it's the best thing we ever did.
It's just pot luck, really. Me and the wife just thought, it's time for a change, why not? We looked into it, put our names down, and yeah, next thing we know, we're on a plane and we're here.
So originally I moved away from the region to study. From there I just looked for job opportunities, but since moving back I've decided that this is probably more my style in terms of lifestyle.
I'm very grateful for my life and the way that I grew up, but I am also a little bit jealous that my boys get to grow up here. The community and the sense of just support and love that they get, they'll go through kinder and school with friends that they've literally known since they were born.
It's been the best decision we've ever made, starting here in Echuca Moama. We've noticed for the past few months, there's a balance between work and life in here. We're able to spend more time with the kids, more time with our small community.
Everywhere you turn nearly, there's an opportunity to make friends. And I think people in particular have been incredibly welcoming here.
We knew pretty much no one when we moved to Echuca. The wife now has a real good friendship group. Myself, I'm a soccer coach for the under-14s. Yeah, really enjoy it, really get a buzz out of it, to be honest. It's very difficult to say soccer instead of football. You have to adapt. It is what it is.
Growing up, table tennis was my thing to go to and decompress. I really have a lot of time in the evenings because there's such a big work-life balance here as compared to Melbourne. I said, let's try and get into table tennis because there is a club somewhere. My whole plan was to just go and play for fun. And then they're so good. And now I'm going all over state to play district level, state level tournaments.
The locals here are very friendly with us, happily welcoming you in their community. And it's a multi-diverse community. Yeah. There's Filipinos, Indians, and locals that are very friendly and that has embraced us. Echuca Moama is a place that a family can really start and settle.
There's so much stuff to do. Even the first couple of times that we came up here when we were younger, we just couldn't believe that a town had so many different entertainment venues.
It's one of the most beautiful towns. There's a lot of things to do around here. It's not just community, it's also the parks, the river walks, the boats, the restaurants. There's everything you want. It's like a mini Melbourne.
I genuinely was taken aback how much of a music town Echuca Moama is. Pop and Paw Festival, which is a big one, a Riverboats Festival in Feb, phenomenal, and Also great with kids, I've discovered. We've also got the Winter Blues Fest, which goes for a long weekend, which is phenomenal again. Also kid friendly if you want it to be, or you can get a babysitter and you can really kick up your heels a little bit.
I think what you'll find most about Echuca Moama is there's a big radius of businesses, about 40-45 minutes drive, and you'll have so many businesses and so many opportunities open up. I feel like people don't realize how many opportunities tradespeople have as well.
I couldn't imagine working anywhere else at the moment. Management was very supportive on helping me move over. The guys inside the workshop as well, all amazing, can't fault them. Welcomed me with open arms.
People here, they keep on pushing you to the best of what you can do, guiding us all throughout the way from starting until the end.
I was part of quite a large department when I worked in the city, and there was some opportunity to experience different clinical areas, but in terms of moving up the chain it was a little bit more difficult. You had a bit more competition. By moving back to Echuca, I've been able to advance my career a bit faster than what I would have if I remained in the city.
I didn't expect to find something like this. I'm so fulfilled at my job. I work at a world-class company that are innovative in engineering and design, and we make a lot of environmental conscious products. And to be a part of that makes me feel really, really good.
We were renting a very small, not the nicest unit, and I don't think we'd ever even thought about buying a house, just because it just seemed really unattainable.
As a family, Echuca Moama is a great place to settle in. With a span of 1 year and a half, we already decided to stay here. We already have our house of our own.
We were lucky enough to find a house that suited us. Just 10 minutes walk into town. It just seemed like all the pieces fell into place. I then had my ear to the ground listening out for a job in the hospitality industry that I was interested in, and a really good one came up. We got married a month later. We signed the papers on this house. I couldn't believe that we own a house with a yard. We are so lucky to live here.
I think that's the best decision we've ever made, moving here in Echuca.
I'd certainly recommend people moving up this way and enjoying the open space.
I found home for the first time in a long time after moving to Echuca.
It's very daunting to take that big leap, but you only live once, and I would say it's probably the best experience you'll ever have.